And our first crew is approaching the dock. The girls appear to be having a good time, but I always get nervous when I see people standing in the bow of the boat like this, because you never know when the captain's going to pump the brakes. Welcome back, guys, to the greatest show on earth, and that is the Miami Boat Ramps channel. I'm your host, Broncos Guru, in collaboration with our boy Wavy Boats, and it's another Wavy Guru Productions back at the ramp, and today we're at Black Point. And here comes our crew making their approach onto the dock. And we've got hands on the ready, lines ready, and this crew looks pretty prepared, which is kind of unusual down here. So they look pretty good. They've got a good line, coming in at a good pace. But we're drifting off the dock a little bit. Somebody's going to have to go for a toss. Oh, are we going to get a toss or a leap? And leap. Oh, that was close, but he made it. And everybody gets excited when they see the camera. Uh-oh. A little too much fun. And people get excited when they see the camera, but then they remember they have to get their boat out of the water. Kind of like this crew here. They were excited at first, and now we can't get the truck off the ramp. So we've added some people onto the bumper, and let's see if this extra weight on the rear will help get some traction on these tires. We're still spinning a little bit, but we got people hopping. He's giving her hell, trying to get it done. And there we go. He'll get it up. And this crew's been waiting for an open spot for a little bit now, and it looks like they found one. But I'm not sure. The current wind's pushing them off a little bit. It's going to be a tough approach for this crew. So we're heading over, going to try and get on the dock here. And our captain's heading bow in. He's going to have to give it a little more gas. Whoa, Cap, you're going to call it close. And there's a boat in front of him and a boat beside him. Man, he's going to be playing bumper boats. Somehow he's sliding in between everybody here, and it looks like he's going to go in front, possibly, of this jet boat. I'm not sure how he slid in between everybody here. But our Cap somehow has made it in there, which is pretty wild. And I always get nervous when I see people going over the bow rails like this, because it's just, it turns into a contortionist act. And here we go, she's trying to push off the dock, but right here she's about to get pinned. I mean, because the boat's pushing against the dock, the bow rail's pushing against her, and she's able to finally get off of it, but that can be a tricky and dangerous situation sometimes, because that boat's going forward, and that bow rail just kind of had her locked up. And our girl's on the phone. That's never a good sign. If we're moving to the bow of the boat, we're approaching the dock. Put the phone down. We want to pay attention to everything that's going on. And here she goes. She's putting it down. But that's probably not the best spot to put a phone as well. The Cap moved it over a little bit, but that's the kind of spot where a phone goes for a swim later. But anyway, they're going to approach. She's got the bow rail to deal with here as well. But she looks a little more nervous than our last bow rail acrobat. And we're going with the slow roll approach. And Cap's got her close to the dock, but she's afraid. She's got 1 foot on the dock, 1 foot on the boat. That's not a good spot to be at all. And she quickly realizes that and comes straight back to the boat and kind of gives a look back to the Cap like, I'm not sure what to do here. And Cap's going to leave the helm. He's just going to go take care of business himself. And he gets kind of tied up on the bow rail as well. And we've got more bow rail acrobatics going on. But that one was a little crazy. I can't believe he left the helm, especially with the kids on the boat, because he was leaving the vessel basically just with the kids on the boat at this point in time. But they'll get it tied up and get the boat brought over, but that was pretty interesting approach right there. And this crew's approaching the dock, and we're getting lines ready, but we're tying it to the tower. I'm assuming this vessel possibly doesn't have any cleats. I'm not really sure, but we've got 2 people coming over here to deal with the line, and they're going for the pole, but they missed the first one, and they're going after the second one, but she's kind of in the way on the line as well. So as the boat's moving forward, this line's going to come back on her, and it's all fun and games. Oh! Until it's not all fun and games. Cap is not happy. They were both kind of playing around with the line. She was laughing, having a good time with it, and all of a sudden, the boat hits the dock. Oh, and the tensions are high. You can tell both the people who are handling the line know that Cap's mad, and they're not quite sure what to do about it, other than just kind of take their punishment from Cap, I guess. I mean, Cap's going to explain to him that, hey, you guys just got to do the job, get it done. So this one's been a strange one. They're trying to load the boat on the trailer, but the trailer's a little deep. And they're trying to power load it, which just creates an odd situation there. You can tell he's too deep and he's power loading on, and he's hitting the bow stop, and it's moving the whole truck in the trailer. And they just don't care. They're still just going at it. I mean, you can power load, but when the trailer's too deep, power loading becomes an issue, and that's why he's having to keep the power on, because they're just floating back off the trailer because the trailer's too deep. Oh man, that's one way to mess up the bow of a boat and mess up the bow stop on the trailer, but man, that was a kind of a wild one. I've not seen anybody, the trailer was just so deep that they could have just literally floated this over, winched it on, and been done. Sometimes they say bigger is better. And I always find it interesting when I see these big trucks down here. Don't get me wrong, this is a fairly good sized boat. This Donzi, I'm just guessing when it pulled up, is in the 32 to 33 foot range. But like the tires on this truck don't have quite the same, and here we go. Don't have the same surface as just a typical tire. And even the big truck's struggling. He is just spinning tires. And you can tell the boat's not quite loaded correctly either, which is probably increasing that. And he already sees it because it's coming loaded crooked, so he's going to back down and hopefully try and pull this back up where it'll come out center on the trailer. But I don't know that he's deep enough there. He needs to go a little deeper than that. Yep, that's not going to get it. You're going to have to get this boat basically back to floating. And here he's got it down. If he pulls up slow enough, it should center. The problem is that the tires are spinning, which is causing him having a difficult time trying to pull it up slow enough for it to center. So they've got some lines now. We're going to try and center it with the lines on the dock. My man is pulling with everything he's got. And it's still going to come up crooked. We're going to back this down one more time. And she's grabbing a second line, so we're going to really try and get the stern back over this. And like I said, one of the bigger problems here is just that the truck couldn't get grip, so he's having to pull up so hard that he can't come up slow enough for the trailer to self-center it. And here with the two lines, they should be able to get this thing centered back over the trailer where they can get it pulled up fairly easily. And here we go, and this time he looks pretty good, and he's able to get it up without spinning tires even. And it looks like they're going to get out of here, and speaking of getting out of here, we're going to get out of here as well. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Miami Boat Ramps. If you did, please check out our other content. We have Wavy Boats, who does a bunch of great things down at Haulover Inlet. My channel, Broncos Guru, do some great comedy boating videos over there as well. And of course, we've got Boats vs. Haulover, where man and machine take on Mother Nature down at Haulover Inlet in Miami, Florida. And if you guys haven't already, go ahead and drop an anchor on the subscribe button here.